Yo, what up, YouTube? Your boy must get in there checking in on the first time this year, baby. Happy New Year to everybody. Checking in, got a quick little update today, man. I'm gonna try to cover much info as possible in a short period of time. Try to shoot a little 5-minute video with this little shitty phone, man. I got another phone I'm about to go get, man. But stay with me. Right here we got 02 to 98 to 02 Camaro / Firebird, back in place and calibers. I get a lot of emails and get a lot of questions asking about real Camaro swap, and the only thing I can come up with, GT, I think it's GT Designs or something like that. He part of the 80s Babies team. He got a whole tutorial. It's about 3 hours long, step by step, no fast forward, no rewind, in real time, live. I mean, it's not live, but I mean, everything in the video. If he cough is in the video, if he fart in the goddamn video, was there. I don't know if people not finding that video or they just attention span too short to watch the long video, but I've been getting a lot of emails, questions about this shit. So I guess y'all want to get in that version. Now y'all got it. Fade back when we get to the ring, over and out. Alright, YouTube, we faded back. Didn't know we faded back. Alright. Just we got a stock GM rearend. Don't matter if it's a 7.5, 8.5. Don't matter if it's a 12 bolt. Don't matter. Same concept. All with my mark here. What you're gonna do is, I usually take me a square right on the bottom of this circle. I put me a line straight across and I cut that straight off. Then you got, I should have turned on the light. Then you got 2 holes here at the bottom. They already there, but they're not big enough for the backing plate. The holes in the backing plate. Oh, it's kind of dark, man. Let me fade back with the light on. Okay, faded back. Got these holes at the bottom. These are screws that come in the backing plate. They too small. So what you do is I use a step bit. I think a step bit easier. Some people get a 3/8 bit, something like that. I just get a step bit. Get your step bit from Harbor Freight. The one that goes up from a quarter all the way to, I don't know, 3/8, 7/8, something like that. I throw a picture in the corner here in the video when I'm editing. That's your pilot hole already. Drill a hole out. What you do is take the backing plate here and you put it there and you line it up and you just drill out. You just drill a hole out. The 2 bottom ones gonna line up with this bottom. Now with this top, after you get the 2 holes drilled at the bottom, you put the screw through for to hold the backing plate. Then you go ahead and I use like a 3/16 or 1/8 bit just to drill through for my pilot hole. Then I come with the step bit, but be careful with the step bit, because the step bit, if you don't watch it, will cut into it too fast and make your hole too big. So be careful with that. So put that on there just like that. But like I say, I think I cut myself off. I usually take a square, or you can freestyle it with your eyeball. Right at the bottom of that circle, I make me a straight line all the way across. And I use the reciprocator saw, grinder with the cutoff wheel, whatever you got, fam. Whatever you got, chop that off. Then you're gonna have 2 holes you need to drill. Now this flange is different from the from the F body flange. So your hole, all right, YouTube, fade it back. Phone cut off. I think I'm gonna rewind a little bit. I think it cut off there. Like I say, I use a straight edge and mark straight across on the bottom of this circle. Chop that straight off. It's gonna be like a square flange. You're gonna drill the holes out at the bottom. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna get that lined up where you want it, nice and centered. Don't make sure you don't have it too much over there, because then you're gonna be inside the flange on this one, and hanging out the flange on this other side, so you want to get as centered as possible. Drill your poly hole at the top, one end at the top, another end at the top. Then you come back with your step bit, drill it out, you're done, man. That's it. Have to slip your axles back in. I've been getting questions about axles. Take the cover off. They got a screw. I mean, you can Google, you can YouTube it. I'm pretty sure somebody on there showing how to remove axles on the GM. That's all you need to know. Axles on the GM. Even the Fords, the same way. Not the 9-inch, but the Ford 8.8s, the Ford 7.5s, they the same way how to remove an axle, just like the GM. Slip the axle back in, put your longer studs on the axles, put the seat clips back in, slide your rotor on. It's gonna bolt up to the backing plate like so. Try to do this one hand. It's gonna bolt up to the backing plate like that. It's gonna bolt up to the backing plate, just like that, YouTube. Bam, voila. That's what you got. You got Camaro rear brakes on the GBODY, any GM, 7.5, 8.5, 12 bolts. That's pretty much it. What else? Just trying to give a little summary, quick little summary, man. I think that's pretty much explains it, man. Like I say, if you go on YouTube, type in GBODY rear disc brake swap, GT design, I think that's his name. That video will pull up. Like I said, it's kind of long and drawn out, but dude, he's showing nothing but the info for you, man. I mean, if you got a little comprehension, you know, this quick little rundown to help you out. But if you're really, really fuzzy, he gonna give you the whole rundown. I think it's like 3 parts of the video, or maybe 2, but they about an hour long or something. I mean, so get you some popcorn, get your cigarette, whatever your preference for entertainment, and sit back and watch it, man. Good info on it. Shout out to the 80s babies or whatever, man. Like I say, that's it. I got these backing plates for sale. Anybody interested? $100. Those calibers not for sale. I think they for somebody. I gotta double check, but I got some more calibers. I'm tripping. I got some more. I think in the trunk of the car, but if you want backing plates, $100 ship. If you want backing plates and the calibers, $175. Camaro backing plates, you need to run 16-inch rotors or better. 16-inch rotors or better. If you want to run, a lot of people like the Blazer swap. I got the Blazer backing plates and the calibers also. Same price. A lot of people like the Blazer because you can run 15-inch rotors, 15-inch wheels with the Blazer. The Camaro rear rotor is, I think, 12 inches. And I think the Blazer 11 inches, something like that. I'll put the info in the description. I'll put the info in the description to help y'all out. What else? That's it though, YouTube, man. We got a lot going on in the lab, man. We just been off track. But I think we back on it, so I'll probably be coming with a hot update tomorrow on y'all with the T-top, man. Yeah, YouTube, I almost forgot to mention, on the axle flange, that where you drill out the 4 holes, on the corners, you have to bevel the corners, like in this picture. You have to bevel the corners so it can clear the back of the backing plate. Like you see right there with the bolt at, you have to bevel the corners, just put a little, just bevel the corners. They can't be squared off or it won't fit in the back of the backing plate. Just use your grinder to bevel the corners, YouTube. That's all you gotta do. Yeah, YouTube, I just found an example of some rotors and some pads for $60-something bucks. Just to give you an example what the price is going for. You probably could find something cheaper. You probably could do this whole swap for about $300 or less. Okay, YouTube, before we fade out, one more thing. Want to get on eBay or something, get a proportion valve, this to this proportion valve.
Go for about 35, 40 bucks or so. They do have guys run the rear disc brakes without changing proportion valve, but they probably not getting the full benefits of running rear disc brakes because the disc brakes takes more pressure than the drums to the rear. So that's probably the only bad thing. But I mean, they probably still work, but they just probably not, like I say, getting the full benefits of it, of the new luxury. So that's be it, YouTube. Fade out. We got a full year's ahead of us. Stay locked. Appreciate it. Over and out.